completely and totally stupid to be able to get into the channel. You got that one before I did. Go ahead and say something so I can turn you into moderator. You haven't said anything yet. Add moderator. Zackus is now a moderator for your channel. Congratulations. You are now the official blue person. You have a wrench. So Aaron, since you're the only one in the channel aside from my friend Zach here, you get to actually see me do the whole setup process too. So lucky you. Yay. Need that. Hey, Craig. So Brandon and Zach. Yeah, I can. So just to let everybody know, I do have Zach in my ear. So you may hear me talking to some individual. He is reading. Well, I'm glad you're. There we go. Wow, I could talk quick with that board running. And I'm now hearing myself on Zach's machine. So one of the things that I changed from last week is I fixed my tongs. Not coming undone. So, oh hey, a little bit on the tighter side for the tip, but not so much for the tang. So, we'll kind of heat up the forge. Call it good. So, looking at the chat, and that's the camera. So I apologize if I'm not looking at you guys, but that's the reason why. So how is everybody this fine Saturday? Hey, Amos. Luffy! Welcome, Luffy. Yeah. All right, and that's one of the things I have to watch out for when this doesn't actually, until this heats up, it will actually blow itself out. Okay. Okay. I mean, between you and I, this is kind of working with things. No super chat button. Yeah, there's no super chat button because I don't have 1,000 subscribers, so I am not monetized. So that means I am doing this for fun. So if you want to share the stream, get your friends to like it, get me up to a K, and then we can have a super chat button as well. But if you want, in the description there is a PayPal button. If you want to send me money so I can get like a better camera. It doesn't mean I'm not going to do this. Yeah. Working on it. Working on it, Amos. Should have taken that off. This is still the trial. Once I get the trial done, and I know exactly what I'm going to do, then I'm going to do Tim's Bacon Damascus, and from there, probably will be the same thing. Yay! Who is it? Who? Oh. One thing about ribbon burner forges, until they get up to temperature, like it just did. All right, that's weird. Excuse me, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Last time I got the temperature before I started. Fuck. Hey, tell them that I'm not. Fucker, son of a bitch. No, it's a full bottle. It's a full bottle of gas, brand spanking new. What happens is to keep blowing it out and not getting the mixture right. Alright. Fuck. Oh. Hey, Kansas. That shouldn't be on the air for that fucking stupid piece of shit. This is why this is not family oriented. All right, I have no idea what the hell. Yeah. It's heating up just fine, and now I just can't seem to get the mix right, and it keeps blowing itself out, and I don't have really fine control over my blower. I have very minimalistic, so I'm gonna make you guys slightly sick. So this is a brand new blower, all right? I mean, brand new bottle. I just literally plugged it in. It is brand spanking new. That is the Bouncy House blower. So what I have going on here is I have all of my propane. This is my ball valve shut off, so that's currently off right now, so there's no propane in the system right now. This is my needle valve, and it goes straight in there. Problem is my air gaps right here. Because the Bouncy House is so powerful, you guys can't really see that, but I don't have the cord to be able to, but you see right here, right, that's the top one, and there's another slider right on the bottom in between those two, and those basically regulate my air. So if I close the bottom one, I get more air through the system. If I close the top one, I get less air through the system. The idea is if you close the top one but open the bottom one, you let less air, but you don't stress out your blower as much because it's not getting that back pressure that can kill blowers really, really quickly. So that's the issue that I'm dealing with. The problem is that I'm not getting the mix right so that it doesn't blow out the fire. And what it's doing is that I get it lit in here, but then it blows everything out. So let's try this again so you guys are not looking at my butt. You can actually watch me organize this. Who left? Bye, Jed. Thanks for showing up. Nice to have you. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close that completely. Close that completely. The theory is I'm going to get a little bit of air. I expected to spend the first hour of my live stream actually forging. I don't want the steel to be all scaly and scaled up. So how loud is this for? Ooh, Aaron's buffering. I'm sorry, Aaron. How's the video quality for everybody else? And the sound quality? Anybody else buffering? Sounds good. That's good. Yeah. I think that's kind of given the nature. Looks like I may have found my mix. Don't grab it by your hands because it's still heating hot. Alright, switching the camera up. Alright, need to go up. Okay. Alrighty. Put my other ear in. You're walking somewhere, aren't you? So my friend Zach is, for those of you who just showed up, my friend Zach is actually in my headset right now. He's reading off the comments to me so that even as I'm forging, if I'm not right over there, I can still see exactly what's happening. So, well, we're getting close to temp. Nice. Well, hopefully this gets you inspired to use your whack. Got some rust on my anvil. No! That'll go away. So, the stuff that I'm working on. So this is the piece I was working on while it's heating up. So last live stream, I showed you guys the scabbard that goes with the rose sword. This is the hanger. So that's how the sword gets hung. This is your top piece right here. So it basically goes on like that. This is your bottom piece, your chape. It goes on like so. And then you have the fancy hooks of the week, which attach to the leather bits. All of these hand forged, including hand forged buckles. You'll see a video about all of this later on. Say something silly and make her laugh. Ah! I would probably have done it. He rolled me. He's one of my farmer students, and for one of the assignments that I asked him to do, I asked him to cut together a whole bunch of video, and he cut together all the presidents rickrolling me. Totally satisfied the video, 100%. But yeah, I was totally rickrolled by my student. Yep. And the funny thing is, because of that, I told the rest of my students, and so it became kind of a regular thing for the assignment to rickroll the teacher. So I had some lifting. I want to get into the lifting first. Before we ever got started, I wanted to make sure I addressed that. Yes, his rickroll game was very strong. Yeah, go for it. You have moderator status. You can do that. Yeah. They can look at it in a different window. It'll open up in a different window and they'll come back. So, do you guys want him to link the video? Go ahead and link the video. Whoever wants to see it can look at it. You will be deliberately rickrolling yourself. All right, see you later, Craig. All right. Okay, I want to finish up the tang. So I need to straighten that out a little. Drop forged. Twice. Don't catch it. Well, it was straight before I did that. Pommel? Or should I have a peened pommel? Sorry? Yeah, finish up the Bowie knife that I started last week. Oh, that's the ultimate goal. It's kind of a keen to a peen pommel, but a threaded pommel is easier to not screw up. Oh, purged again. That's about right. Okay. Three of my knives being, tongues being crooked. That's gonna make life difficult. I really need to make a set of custom knife tongs. Does those work? But only by a little bit. Congratulations, you're the one that brought it up. Congratulations, everybody. You got the Rickroll song stuck in Zach's head. Good job. So I have kind of like the knife drawn out right here. Kind of what I'm looking for. Although that's not really working. Really don't like this round chuck. But I haven't got out and bought a not round chuck. So what I really need is I need a metal piece that I can draw it up for you guys. Oh, that's too short. Look. It's a lot heavier than it looks. So this is kind of what I'm going for. It's got a fair ways to go. Oops, don't miss. Yeah, it's kind of like a recurve Bowie. A Bowie, kind of halfway between a kukri and a Bowie. That recurve gives you a little bit of extra chopping power. No, it's gonna have a traditional just swoop guard. So the characteristics of a Bowie is that your point is dropped, but not so much as to make it a sax. So because I bring the belly down so far around here, because if you look, straight edge, right? Your belly is kind of right there. But I want the whole knife to have kind of this curve to it. So the whole knife is going to have this kind of curve to it. And then the S-guard is just going to accentuate that because the S-guard goes with the curve. And the handle is also going to curve a little bit down too. So you're going to have a huge amount of chopping force with this. The point is still going to be in line with your hand because remember the handle curves. So the point is going to be in line with your hand. So you're still going to be able to stab, but it's going to be more like a pistol grip than anything else. Yep. Get good in engraving, and that way you can embed sparkles and gemstones into it. Which honestly sounds like an awesome idea. Okay. Well, the forge is nice and hot. That's the temperature now. Actually, I can do engraving myself. That's engraved. That design on there is 100% engraved. If you check on my Instagram, you will be able to see a lot of that. But my engraving hammer. Oh, those are hot. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm not the best. So what is our time? 2:12. This is going to be a planishing round. God, that's hot. A little thinner. You couldn't tell the tong. I don't. Oh, you guys can't even see the tongs. I'm resizing a pair of tongs too. Wish I had another one of these. I do somewhere, but I don't exactly know where. Toilet paper, my car, the scales. No, that's Sam's knife, or at least it's Sam's sword. Bye, Lupe. There we go. Tongs resized. Still a little bit more to go. Of course, scaling up on this thing so bad, I need to grind it a lot to get the scale off, which is bad since I don't have a grinder. The grinder is in that box. Pieces. But given how well I welded up this, yeah, I need to be a lot better grinder. Agua would be a good thing. So Zach, as this is your first blacksmithing live stream from my knowledge. What do you think? There's a reason why I wear the headbands. Yeah, I think your mic is right here. Cool, that's what I had for breakfast. Okay, how are we? Out there. All right. Now which side's up? All right. Let's stay. All right, we're going to do another planishing round. Then we're going to start on the tip. I usually just treat the clip as a bubble, a secondary bevel. So I do it the same way that I would do a traditional two-edged sword or two-edged knife. So what I would do is I come in and I put in this bevel, and then this bevel will completely recurve this up. Then I'll come back and I'll put in this bevel. The only difference, I put it in here, is so this comes here, and then this bevel. Oh. So I come in and I'll put the bevel in, and I'll probably put it in like that. So I don't know, when I get to this point, I'm going to see whether or not I want it all the way there, or if I want it to be there, or I don't know. But I always forge in the bevels first. Again, I don't have a 2x72 grinder that is built. I have parts for one, but because I don't have one that's built, I basically have to use a standard woodworker's grinder, which is that thing over there. And it's pretty crap-tastic for that task. You're nice and warm. All right. That's my bevel. No, it's actually easier because when you set the curved bevels in, when it's curved towards where you're beveling, the act of beveling will cause it to spread out. So if it's curved like this, putting bevels on this edge will cause it to bend upwards. So you're going to end up having to bevel it back anyway. That handle is totally split. Revenge will be swift, it will be merciless, it will be delicious. All right. And this is the fun part of a live stream. Few people get to see in a recorded video is the sit and wait. Because I edit all this stuff out. It's usually just a, hey, look, next heat, shrink, done, shrink, done. Now, a lot of what blacksmiths will do is they'll also work on other projects. It's one of the reasons why I resized these, because this is the sword hanger portion of the sword. So I am going to be fixing this. Now it's settled into its heat. I want to make it a little. Because if I mess with it, I may get exactly where I was at the very beginning of the stream. When it gets to this stage, it's actually really, really hard to see the flames from the burners. So it's hard for me, especially with the earplugs in, to tell if it's working. Oh, crap. shit. You wear jewelry, when you walk next to a forge, that jewelry heats up super quickly. What kind of what? This is 5160. My forge is actually cooling off, and I don't know why. Stupidly full of fuel efficient, and it's much, much quieter as far as the roar goes. The loudest thing is the hi, Dana. Turns out it needs less air. Hey, Bob. How's it hanging? Ben. Oh, man. We've got Ben in the house. At least everybody's got a whipping boy. Hey, Ben. How you doing? Oh, that's so much hotter now. Oh, safety glasses on my forehead. You should tell me something about that. Yeah, it's because I forget that I'm mic'd, so I try to yell. Touch mark, but yes. All right. Levels of equipment. Again, for those of you who are just joining us, this is going to be the end result. It is a through tang. We're working on this section right here. And then we'll work on the bevel section. Obviously, the point's going to be more ground in, but I will be forging primary and secondary bevels on the point and getting the overall shape. It's a heavy plate. Come on, guys. He's telling me, I keep forgetting you guys can't hear him. He's telling me to lift it up. I think what I end up doing is I may do what Yamas does, and I might actually set you up on a speaker so everybody can hear you. How do you feel about that, Zach? And I have Zach S is in my ear. He's a former student friend of mine, and he's reading the comments to me. So that's the reason why it sounds like I'm talking to somebody who's not you guys, and that's what it is. Yeah, him. Yeah, that's kind of what it is, Bowie. It is a modern take on a fantasy movie, post-apocalyptic movie. All right. Now we're going to apply a large bend. Yeah, decent. Yeah, I need to work in a railroad spike in here if I want to play with bobs. Maybe I can add it for a pommel. Make a pommel of some sort. Although everybody's doing weapons. I actually kind of wanted to do something different, like maybe a shield or I was thinking maybe a toilet paper cage. But worked pretty good. Takes a fair amount to straighten up after you do that, though. My tang's a little wonky, but there we go. It's now got its curve. So there is $2:38, 30 minutes. Yeah, my bevel's going to turn it up right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to forge the belly bevel. So I'm going to forge this bevel first, which will turn everything upwards. So I'll get this nice, really big curve up here. And then I'll forge in this bevel. Excuse me. I'll forge in this bevel, which will bring everything back down, and it should stay within line. That's my theory. A lot of this, unfortunately, is going to have to be played up with an angle grinder and then taken to the grinder because I'm not that good of smith to be able to forge that all. Once I get the bevels in, I'll have to do some corrections and everything else like that. So, yeah, the problem with the toilet paper spike cage is that I'll either have to split all of these, or I don't know, maybe I'll do two if I have time. I don't know. I have a 4-year-old. He's napping right now. That's the reason why I'm able to do this. So, this is supposed to be. You don't want to work on two bevels at the same time most of the time, because you end up getting a really wobbly bevel if you do that. So if you have a double-edged blade and it's supposed to come like this, you don't want to go right, then left, then right, then left, then right, then left, because that means that your center line, that little P comes up, is going to go like this. So you want to work on the right one, and it'll banana it one direction, and then you want to work the left one, which will banana it the other direction, and that way that center line is as straight as you can get it with a hammer. Now, that being said, that's what we got right now. Got our distal taper going. Bevel. I'm going to pull out this portion this way a little bit, because it's not quite the belly that I want. And I'm going to be forging this a little bit back. So, yep. Still need more shaping. Buck tape, zip ties, and Velcro? I missed something. It's always funny. What is the perfect babysitter? Duct tape and zip ties. Okay. Yeah. Fortunately, the spouse kind of frowns on that. I don't think a kid would enjoy it either. So that little bit right there needs to go away. And hammer. I need to rehandle that soon. All right. Well, hi, Will's Goblins. How are you? Yay, hot steel. Still missing my head. Yeah, it snowed the other day, which was annoying. Hot rasp that one more time, and then I can shape it. Yeah, the turtle hammer comes in real nice, especially when you don't have a built-in striker around. I use it to do touch marks. I have yet to use it to do any hammers. Those are on my list. But I need to finish up the sword. I need to quench that thing. Which the theory is I can probably stick it in there right now. No. So this was a condensed sword on Knife or Death, and still have some areas to finish on it. Doesn't quite fit with both of them. Are you conking out on me, Zach? I said, are you conking out on me? All right. Now, ready to go? Back in the forge to be shaped. It is so much easier to chisel cut and to grinder cut, because when you chisel cut something, you don't have to put on the PPE gear. No, I bought this as is. This entire shed, the dimensions of this shed were dictated by this machine. It came across the Rocky Mountain Smiths list. Guy was moving, he had owned it or built it, I'm not entirely sure which, and was selling it for a stupid price. And I'm like, sold, I'm on it. I didn't have a shed, I didn't have a place to put it, I don't have a truck, I had no way of moving it. But I bought it, I think, before this concrete was even poured. So the concrete was freshly poured when I delivered it to the house, using my Harbor Freight trailer and somebody else's truck. And I moved it around using an ancient Roman technique of a rock and a lever. Seriously, a pebble about this size. And I used itself as a lever, but yeah, I shuffled it all around. In one of my older videos, you can actually see, as a matter of fact, it's one of the sword videos. You can see me using it next to the house. It wasn't bolted down, nothing like that. And yeah, the dimensions of this entire shed are so that ram clears the ceiling. Because I probably will never have a power hammer in here. I will, however, have a press. 17 by 12. Bring that out a lot. $17 by $12. That, everything beyond this door, this right here, is a tough shed. When I had this concrete poured, instead tried reconnect. Yay, we're back. It'll take a while for you to catch up. Three square meters. Yeah, it's not good. But I mean, honestly, to do proper blacksmithing, you need this triangle, which this is it. I mean, you have your forge, you have your vise, you have your anvil. I'm literally standing in the middle of it. You have 2 feet on either side. That's all that's necessary. I'm going to go fill up my water. hopefully I don't lose my audio. Although I could talk to you guys. In the shed, so I have no idea. I am here. Can you hear me? Ow. Yes. Can you hear me? You do not do mead and anything else. I can hear you, Zach. Honestly, if you don't have the leg well, it doesn't matter a whole lot, unless you're pounding on it all the time. Yes. Yes, I can. I can hear you. I totally can hear you. Yes, Zach, I can hear you. Yes. All right. Rounding hammer. Okay. Hey, Chris. Greetings and salutations again. Yay, I can hear you just fine. Yay. Hello, people. All right. And board fire down. You guys recognize this? John Switzer, me. Those of you who have just stepped in, this is what we're building. So this is not the Bacon Damascus. This is still my test stuff. Probably. I have not made it to the post office. I will actually go after this live stream because I have to do our weekly grocery run. So, yeah. Message me later tonight. I actually kind of want to do open boxing one because I also got, BC62925, Corey, he actually sent me this too. So that's the audio that you guys are all enjoying. And that's the reason why I can walk over here. There are no strings on me. Such a goof. Hey, welcome back. What do you guys think the guard should be made out of? Our options are steel. It's kind of like a copper nickel mix. I can do nickel. I do have nickel sheets. Zach just said solid gold, and I'm like, no, not gonna happen. See, if you say things like that, you have to say them over chat too. Otherwise, I'm just going to be randomly answering questions, and they're going to be like, what the fuck? She's answering questions, and I have no idea who the hell that is. I don't know if I'm going to do the pommel with the railroad spike, but if I do, what I'm going to end up doing is on the tire spike itself. And then That's warm. A little bit further out on the belly, a little bit further back. Do I have the? I do. All right. Now, if I do railroad spike, and I'm toying with the idea, you're not really even going to be able to tell that's a railroad spike, because what I'll do is I'll cut this off right there, forge it basically flat, and just use this as the round butt cap, which was my intention anyway. So, and everybody's done that, and that's not very creative, and that kind of defeats the whole post-apocalyptic Bob thing. It's just, I don't know, it seems cheating. Hey, is Crawford in here? I just stepped on my water bottle filled with soap bubbles. It's the one disadvantage with these shoes. These are the shoes that I'm wearing. They're great. They're comfortable. You can drop shit on your foot and it doesn't matter. You can kick things and it doesn't matter. You can step on things and it doesn't matter. I can't feel the ground very well. So lumpy bits don't matter to me. They just go crunch underneath my feet. I missed that, Zach, whatever you said. Oh, I just heard in my ear. Any live streams after this one? I don't know if anybody's going live after me. Oh. Okay. Yamez. Yeah, Yamez is not going to show up again either, is he? Yamez said he would show up last Saturday, ditched me, and now this Saturday he's going to ditch me again. And see, that's why I wear my wooden shoes. That just fell right on top of my foot. And the only reason why I know that is it vibrates. Ah! Spike on the face! It's a Rocketfish Web HD. It is literally a web. Ah, fucking. Hey, he's laughing in my ear because I'm cursing because I'm getting hot forge scale on my face. And that. Laugh it up, Buzzball. You try it. I have no idea what the frame rate is. And there's a reason why my apron comes all the way up here. And I was going to buy a Forge apron, but the Forge apron's the women's model, has this like V cut right here. And I'm like, no, I want to protect these. I don't want Forge scale down my chest. Thank you very much. It hurts. No need to have burn scars on the boobies. Oh, ha! Yamas is here. Hey, Yamas, we were just talking about you. Giving you shit for not showing up. So yeah, Roy. So where's my borax? Where's my borax? This chick doesn't dig scars. Thank you very much. Oh, there it is. Let's see if this works. I have therefore summoned the Roy. I don't think it'll work. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. But you never know. I actually don't want that burned in on my knife, so. No, not that one. Much closer. What we got so far? So, got some lumpy planishing to do on that bevel. And still straighten the crap out of bevels, because they're not. Put away Mr. Switzer's. So I want to use this one for the bevels, but I don't know if you guys can hear that. Unfortunately, it was really, really warm when Sam made that. And, I'm sorry, what? Oh, that's good. Where's my paper towels? There they are. Wash it out in the main tank water. That's not going to matter too much, is it? Another heat. Ready for another heat. Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually going to be soaking in it in linseed oil. It is not the straightest of bevel I have done. I could. I'm going to pull that down a little bit. So my plan, I don't know. Hey Bob, you're still on here. If I take a railroad spike, is Bob still on here? I can't tell. I don't know how to tell. Hey Bob, are you still here? If you're here, raise your hand. Yeah, it's Bob. Hey Bob, if I were to take a railroad spike, flatten it out, would that count? That counts as the post-apocalyptic using the spike thing. I don't know if he's paying attention anymore. Oh, cool. Well, that measure guard. You won't be able to tell that it's a spike, but everybody on this live stream will know that that guard is going to be made from a railroad spike. Chalk forged. There we go. Still need to pull out a little bit of the belly there. All right. Oh, that's warm. Give me a second. You wouldn't think that would have heated up so much. Just over and over again. All right. So that's what we have right there. And you can see right here, I need to bring that belly down just a touch. We will be done with the shape. Don't like having it really hard to hold. Yeah, it's going to do an S guard. But this is going to be an S guard buoy. Yeah, you better be sorry. You know, give me a super chat. That's how you can show me you're not sorry. Oh wait, you can't. Never mind. I guess I'll let you off this time. I'm just hoping Sam shows up. He's not going to. He's probably asleep. It, you know, is his birthday in Australia. You know, that kind of thing. How did he give me a super chat? I suppose that works. All right. Whew. Now I have somebody yawning in my ear. Bad Zach. I know. You guys can't hear him cursing at himself. I'm totally going to put a speaker up here and have, if I do this again, Zach on speaker. Here's the thing. If you don't grind in your bevels and you forge in your bevels, it's really important to make sure that those bevels are straight in the middle of the knife. So, there we have it. Post-apocalyptic recurve buoy. Now, there's going to be a little bit of differences here. Where's my chalk? I'm going to let this heat up and normalize a little bit. I'm going to search for my chalk because I had it around here somewhere, but I don't remember where. Stepped on the stupid welding plate again? Okay, did you guys see where I put my chalk? Ah, there it is. Thank you. You guys are so helpful. Ow, that's hot. Uh-huh, always is. Super Elk Streets catch everyone that. Oh, okay. See you later, Dogbone. Yep. So, bring back our plate. Hopefully it's not enough to. All right. So, this right here is not very prominent. I'm going to have to actually grind that in. The next thing I want to do is this. It's slightly curved, and I want to keep that look. But right now it's to the place where I can fiddle it with it forever. But I think I like where it is. I'm normalizing it right now. I'm going to pull it out, see if there's anything I want to continue to do on the forging. And if not, it's going to go back in there and we're going to be done. So. It's surprising how hot that plate gets, just setting it on there. And of course, no forging session is complete without some burns. Reaching over to grab the chalk, I got some nice tong burns. There goes my hammer. Okay. So, you guys see how this comes in and up? I need to take that out. We're talking subtle lines here, but subtle lines make all the difference. Crap, we're 30 minutes over. But we're almost done. As soon as this heats up, this should be a one heat fix. So, good thing I double checked that, because the fix that I was planning was not the fix that would have worked. My bevel right here on the curb portion is really thick, and so it wasn't down to the area that I wanted. I am artisting. Yes, I'm making it look pretty. Pretty is important. Zach may be bored, but Zach is not a blacksmith, unfortunately, so he's playing my person in my ear because... Oh, you can make... Okay. Okay. You just raspberried me in my ear. So... I need a smaller rounding hammer. I need to make a smaller rounding hammer. So I have a 3-pound rounding hammer. I have a frickin' 4-pound rounding hammer. Because check it. Hickory Forge, Old Hickory Forge, has a number 3 on it. I think this is the 3rd hammer he's ever made. John Switzer, Blackbeard Forge. This is a 3-pounder. This is a 4-pounder. Both are rounding hammers. I want a 2-pound rounding hammer. Yes, I know. Get off your ass and make a 2-pound rounding hammer. Got too many other things to make. And this is my very first hammer. I bought this hammer on eBay, dressed it, and handled it myself. And it's not that great, but it is my first hammer. Wow, there's my only hammer. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Should I touch mark it now, or should I touch mark it later? I think I'm gonna wait. And nobody said no, so I think I'll wait. Oh crap, it froze. Oh, maybe it didn't. Maybe it's playing catch up. All right, so this is what we got. That plate is really, really hot. I don't know why. This is what we got. It goes right about there. Not quite the exact shape that I wanted, but it gets kind of close. One of the things that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be bringing the grind here. So here, ambidextrous, but I can't write with my hand. So what's going to end up happening? What's going to end up happening is this area right here is going to get ground off. You guys are having a hard time seeing that. There we go. So that's going to create that point. This may end up curving a little bit. I'm going to grind it off a little bit. This is going to be a much more severe point. So it's still got a little twists in it, but I'm going to fix those later as well. So that's that. It's going to go. Damn, that's hot. And it's going to let it cool down. Questions for me? The church is doing a live stream right after this one. So if you guys want to. No, I have not ever accidentally drank Slack Tab water. Yamas, that's disgusting. Daniel, it will a little bit. So when I forge down the false edge, it will point down. So I forged down the false edge a little bit on there, but and lo and behold, it becomes a lot quieter. Stream if I'm able to make it, because I have to run out, I have to shower. Don't lick anything.